Record. Hi, YouTube. It's been a while since we've been together, and that is basically just because of life. Anyways, it's been 11 months since. There we go. It's been 11 months since I put this Kyosho Blizzard together. And I thought it'd be good to go through and kind of review a few things, let everybody know exactly how I feel about what not and what's going on with it. Um, if you've been keeping track of what I've had going on with this, I upgraded it with the motors and, of course, the ESC and the receiver and everything. Um, and the lights and the smoker and the sound system, which is now over here because it didn't work out very well. Smoker worked fine the way I had it set up, but I can tell you right now that having something that puts out white smoke against a white snowy background is not good. Just doesn't look good. You can't see the smoke. If there's any kind of a breeze outside, well, guess what? It doesn't work. It's good on paper, but yeah. Anyways, the sound system. Here's the sound system that I had in it. I couldn't figure out exactly what was going on with this. It kept resetting and then starting all over again, and I figured out what's causing it. What's causing it is you have two motors, whereas if this was running in a RC car, the sound system was being operating only on one channel instead of two. These motors work independent of each other, obviously. If they didn't, you wouldn't be able to turn it side to side. So what's going on is when you cut out one motor to get the other one going, it causes a feedback in the sound system and shuts it down, and then it restarts again. And it sounds horrible. It's just, I'm going to keep the unit. This would be good for an RC car or whatever, but as far as using it in the Blizzard, no, it's not a good idea. It just doesn't cut the mustard. Okay, another thing I wanted to go over is some very important things would be the sprocket on the motor. These set screws loosen up very easily. So get yourself some thread locker. I use the blue thread lock and put a drop on loosen up your Allen nut screw, Allen screw. And it's a set screw, actually. If you loosen that up, put a drop of the blue on, tighten it back down, shouldn't have a problem. I kept having problems with this. As a matter of fact, they'd fall right off completely down in here, and then you'd have to fish them out. Back when I had all this stuff in there, you can imagine what kind of fun that was. So I've got this one done. I haven't done this one yet. And being it's so dark in here, I really don't think it would show up good to show you what to do. So basically, like I said, it's just a real small Allen wrench. There you can see the size. Just put it in there, loosen it, slide the whole thing off, put a drop, unscrew it without falling out, just put a drop in there, put it back on, tighten it up, and it should be fine. You shouldn't have problems with it coming loose again. Another issue, and this is a big issue, and this happens with all electronics, I have found out, is the, well, I think I just lost my Allen key. I'll find it later. Is the block, the connection block for your electronics, where all your wires go into, are plastic with a metal screw in them, metal set screw. Well, as you run this, these wires will heat up, and it causes these screws to back out and loosen, and then your wires fall out. So you're going to want to put a drop of super glue in each one of these, and don't go crazy, carried away. If you can use a toothpick, I would recommend just putting a drop along one side and seeing how that works. That should do it. And then if you have to loosen it back up for whatever reason, it shouldn't take that much. It's just the idea that once these heat up, that I can guarantee you these wires are going to slip out of their holders, and then you're going to have problems. So that was my two biggest issues, was the sound system cutting out and then restarting. The smoker worked fine. Like I said, I really was happy with it, except you can't see it. So what's the sense in having it? If they had a smoke that was black or gray, that'd be perfect, but they don't. The wiring has been wonderful on this system. It's all tangled up here. The rotating flashing light. One thing I noticed with that was you can set it to different settings to flash or blink or whatever. It does like 4 or 5 different things. I still haven't figured out exactly how to set it, but what was going on was when this was resetting, it was also setting this off. So this was changing its pattern, which is enough to drive you crazy. So I'm thinking by eliminating this, I'm probably going to fix that. So I don't know. I don't know if there was I was almost thinking of maybe leaving the sound system and adding a capacitor to it, so that this would, even if you cut the power off on one of these for turning it, it would still supply the proper voltage to this to keep it from resetting. That's an option I could probably do, but I don't know if I want to try it, just because I really don't care for the sound system anyways. When you're outside doing this stuff, it's fun, and the sound's cool, maybe, I guess, if you want to really do it that way. But to me, the lights and everything and the functionality, I would rather have it operating properly than not properly, and to have the sound system starting and not starting and all over and over, and then trying a capacitor to see if that would stop it from resetting, I guess would be an option. I don't know if I really want to try it. I could. I think I've got a spare one laying around here somewhere. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Anyways, that's basically what I've got for you. I do have something else. I'll go over here. I found a dude to fit into my my RC airboat, and here he is. I think I paid $1.50 for him. He's the right size for it. I'm gonna get him mounted in it yet. I'm planning on running it in the snow, but we'll see how that goes too. Yeah, it's a watercraft, but you can also run it on snow. But there's the dude that's going to go in it. Like I said, I didn't pay that much for it. It was a Goodwill item. I figure that should do that. It was that or Barbie, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to put him back up here for now. So, here's my collection of smaller planes. I see Flight Test has their collection of these smaller planes out now, but it's very similar to this model here, I believe, is one of them. And then the other one's just a high wing trainer style. I'd like to see them get more other types of planes out there. Maybe a biplane would be nice. So if you guys follow flight tests, write them and say, hey, how about putting some planes out that no one else has? Would be nice. Look what I found. I could not find this goofy boat all summer long. I had no idea where it was. Well, it was right in plain sight. I had put it away and couldn't figure out what I did with it. So that was kind of a shock to me to go all summer without it, and then all of a sudden I found it. So I don't know if you guys do that or not, but I do. I put stuff away and then can't remember what I did with it. So anyways, here's my collection of I have not flown the Mitchell yet. I want to. So I've got lots of things. Here's this drone here. I have not flown this yet. I've had it for a year now. I don't know if you guys are anything like I am. I buy stuff, I see it online, oh, I gotta have it, and then I buy it and I stick it on a shelf, and I forget about it. So let me know if you guys do that. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But anyways, there's my video. Kind of boring today, short. I do have my simulator and computer set up out in the living room now, so I can fly simulated. But anyways, that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna super glue these connections back so that they can't come loose. See how that works out. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna find a capacitor and still try the sound system, see if that makes any difference on it. I mean, it would only take a couple minutes to hook it back up, so it's really not that big of a deal. If you're using the double back sticky tape, guys, let me know what you guys use. If you got something that you had better luck with than me, I can't seem to get any kind of double back sticky tape that holds up. It's always falling out. So let me know what you use. Here's another. These just popped right off. There was nothing to it. I don't know if it's, maybe I should be using some alcohol on the plastic first to make sure this stuff sticks better, or score the back of it with a knife. Maybe that would help. But I can peel this stuff. It don't even feel sticky now. This stuff is horrible. Just, it's real stretchy. But as far as sticking to plastic, it just don't do it. I don't remember what the brand is. I probably got it from a local hardware. But if there's something you guys have that works better than what I'm using, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Alright, that's it for today. There's my hanger for my planes. That turned out really good. I got some another radio controlled RC train for underneath Christmas tree for my grandkids. I gotta take that out and test it. I got one for me and one for them. The one I got for me is electric. The one for them is electric, but it's battery powered. So anyways, have a good one, and I will hopefully get another video out soon. Have a good day.